What's going on YouTube? It's your boy FeaR Moho, back with another podcast for you. I got some special guests here. We have Jonathan Perez, aka FeaR Ghost.
What's going on YouTube?
What up? We have Sharp. What's going on, Sharp?
Yo, what up? What up?
And we have extra special guest here with us today. We have Holiday Doc. If you guys don't know who he is, definitely go check out his channel. He might be one of the new MLG commentators, so we'll see what's up.
Yeah, definitely. If it goes my way, at least.
if it goes your way, I'm pretty sure it will, man. You are pretty knowledgeable when it comes to the MLG scene, and you got that charisma to you when you start commentating videos. So, Holiday Doc, let's start off with you, man. Let's talk about, what do you, are you excited for this new position?
Yeah, I heard a little bit about it from a couple of viewers of mine. They sent me messages as soon as the thread dropped on GB. I was hesitant to believe that they were just posting a thread to hire, and I checked it out and I was kind of blown away. It took me a few days to actually lay the commentary down. I was torn between doing my regular, tactical evaluation style commentary and then, listening back on some Fwiz stuff. I figured I should go with the more traditional play-by-play style, and I think it went pretty well. I don't know if you guys seen the video or not.
Yeah, I definitely seen it. I think you did real well, man. I think, I was talking to one of the admins because they asked me about it, and they asked my opinion, and I told them, if you're gonna fill somebody like Fwiz's shoes, you definitely have to have that that excitement to your voice. And when you just come into the competitive scene, competitive players are very picky with people who are commentating them. They want people. Me for being a competitive player, and I'm pretty sure Sharp can, understand this perspective also, that if we want people commentating us, we want people who are actually know a lot about the competitive scene,
Yeah, what's going on in the game.
Yeah, we don't, I don't know if you were around for '08 Nationals, but it was, it was so funny, man. We had people in the booth, they were like, FeaR Moho, here he comes, he's capping the satellite. Like, what the hell? That was a joke,
Yeah.
Moho was on D flag. Looks like they're going for
they're talking about D flags and everything. It was just unbelievable.
Even with the submissions for the current application right now, I've seen quite a few. A lot of people have sent me forwards, and if some of these other guys get thrown in there, it'd be a shame, because I can see the viewing rate on videos just drop dramatically.
Yeah, definitely. I think it really does, make it for a more entertaining show when you have somebody in there who's commentating it play-by-play. I really do dig the play-by-play type style.
One thing I'd really like to bring into the live part of it is try to get some new people involved. Like, a lot of the lingo used and, the descriptive commentary is more based on people that play the game on a regular basis. If at all possible, I think we should broaden it and try and get, casual gamers into trying to view these streams and trying to show up at events. And, with my usual commentary style, I think that would work pretty well.
Yeah, you definitely, I think you bring that connection between casual gamers and competitive gamers, so I think that's real good. I think just adding you on there as the MLG commentator would bring a lot more audience to MLG, and I think, what's better than bringing a bigger audience to Call of Duty? It's already a big audience, so it's just definitely...
That would be a really good image for MLG. Having someone that that knows their thing about Call of Duty, and when they do commentating, like even a casual gamer be like, oh, it's like when you call out like Holiday, you'd be like, and a casual gamer be like, oh, all right, now I understand what the call out was, because you describe it really good, so call outs.
Yeah, as opposed to just having somebody that comes in there and is just like, he's over by the shed, just calling out as he goes, so it definitely helps to have somebody in there who knows the professional call out that all of the pro teams use. Definitely. Holiday Doc, tell us a little bit about yourself. Give the people out there an example of what type of videos that you do and why you should be nominated as the MLG commentator.
Well, I think, not to come off cocky or nothing at all, but I've been in the competitive scene probably as long as it's been out there. I was one of the original members on SOCOM Battles way back in the day. And even before SOCOM Battles was up there, it was Clan Ladder. And I've just been attracted to the whole competitive gaming scene for roughly 10 years now. And, throughout the years, I've seen it progress and change. And I've seen how teams have adapted and moved throughout. And I've seen how YouTube has, made it just so much more popular. And, with the transition from MLG in, roughly 07, trying to really bring a competitive feel to the overall video game situation, I really felt like we've always needed somebody to really be the advocate for competitive gaming, and I really want to step into those shoes and get everybody involved, get everybody interested, because if you look at YouTube views on video games, it's ridiculous compared to average TV shows. People are more interested in going on YouTube and checking out play videos on Call of Duty than they are on your average Saturday night TV show, right? So it only takes one person to try to bridge that gap to make it a better place. And even this year with Black Ops, we're seeing a huge increase in paid out tournaments, and I think with next year it's only going to get bigger.
Thank you, Sony, for that, by the way. Sony,
yes.
I have a lot of respect for Sony. I never was a Sony fan, because everything that I own by Sony pretty much breaks. Like I bought a $1,200 TV, like back in 07 after I won the Orlando LAN for Call of Duty 4. And not even like 3 months down the road, the TV starts breaking up, and it was like right after my warranty. So it kind of pissed me off. So I never really been a Sony fan, but I do respect them for actually getting involved with the competitive scene, the Call of Duty competitive scene. Enough of this shit.
If they want to keep that good reputation of holding high standards for competitive Call of Duty, they need to fix the SOE online. They really need to do something about it.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Go ahead, go.
This is like Sony's chance to shine, Like I'm pretty sure Sony's been watching how MLG, how it's been growing, and how they have their games and all that. So I guess Sony saw the opportunity to take Black Ops, to pick it up, knowing how big the Call of Duty community is. So this is a really good move for them.
Yeah, let's make this clear though, guys. When we say Sony, we're talking about the MLG circuit is going to be played on PlayStation 3. A lot of people are asking that question. To clear it up, it's the circuit for Call of Duty Black Ops will be on PlayStation 3. I know a lot of you guys out there are not PlayStation 3 fans, but I know I wasn't a PlayStation 3 fan. Yeah, I know Sharp hated it, and he probably still hates it, but I think I've
got more depth to it. It's just I don't like the controller that much.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. I think a lot of it has to do with the controller. A lot of
the controller and the audio, like the headsets, are kind of limited.
Yeah.
Well, isn't Mad Catz didn't Mad Catz make a controller, or isn't there a controller made?
I think they're working with
Xbox
MLG.
form?
They're working with MLG to make their own controller. Mad Catz has never made anything that's worth a shit. So
that is true. Mad Catz is like Sony in your eyes. You buy it and they break real fast.
You buy a Mad Catz controller, and 2 months later, your thumbsticks are popped out of your controller.
I know. You think I run through Xbox controllers? Wait till you see me with a Mad Catz controller.
It'd be funny, like you're on main stage and your controller just dies right there.
I know. That's a good point. I wanted to talk about that. Can you imagine just being on main stage and your controller just dies or something? That'd be so horrible. You just clutched a nasty 1v4 for the national championships $100,000 prize, and your controller just dies with 8 seconds left while you're defusing. Oh man.
That'd be horrible.
That would be horrible.
They'd have to give it to you. They would have to give it to you.
You would think, but if you remember that Triggers Down game, Triggers Down was up, and one of the Xboxes messed up and got shut off, and they made him replay it. I thought that was bullshit.
And also in Meadowlands last year, Triggers Down was also playing main stage, because I was at Meadowlands, and the power went out in the whole arena.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
And Triggers Down was winning too. So they had to restart the whole match, and they lost the match and lost the series. So
same thing happened to me at COD 4 Nets. All these kids started joining the game.
Yeah.
And we were winning by a lot, and we had to replay, and we ended up losing.
Yeah, that's horrible, man. It's just bad luck. But thank you, Sony, for helping us out, and thank you, Treyarch, man. You guys are doing big things for this MLG competitive scene for our scene.
I think Treyarch is really taking the community and trying to bridge that gap, really listening to what we have to say.
Yeah, I think so too.
That's the one thing I like about Treyarch, is the fact that you can tweet at him, and if enough people give an idea, he'll fix the game. Whereas Infinity War, you tweet at Robert Bowling, and he's like, my game's already good enough.
Yeah. He already got his paycheck, so he's just living high right now.
Speaking of Infinity War, like, let me ask you guys a
Already
question.
sold 5 million copies.
Do you think Black Ops will stay on the circuit even with the next Call of Duty coming out? You know, this
Modern
November?
Warfare 3. Oh my God. Do
Even
you
though the
see
company-
who's doing the multiplayer? Is
Yeah,
Raven.
Raven Studios. It's
Raven's
all right,
never done a big multiplayer game before.
Yeah, all right, for you guys, Raven Studios does not have a good track record. The last game they made was Wolfenstein. The
It
last
was
Wolfenstein
actually
that came out.
Singularity.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and Singularity.
Now
and
hold on, we're
Wolfenstein.
not talking for all the old school gamers out there like myself. We're not talking about the old Wolfenstein, the one for
the
Xbox. We're
latest-
talking
the
about
latest
the
Wolfenstein.
latest one. I think they even pulled that off the shelf. Like it was just ridiculously horrible.
It was terrible.
So,
So I mean,
How about that? I want my money back.
I know it's. I mean, like I said, one thing I learned when it comes to games and getting the hype up before they even come out is don't watch any videos about it. Don't listen to nobody. Just wait until the game drops. Because if one of my biggest pet peeves is when I'm watching videos and whether it be from Treyarch or whoever. When they play, they use the stupidest stuff. Like they don't even use the stuff that you would use in competitive gameplay. And when they play, they make the game. If this makes any sense, when they play, they make the game look horrible. Because when I was watching Black Ops, I see people doing dives and all that stuff and just using retarded guns.
Yeah.
And I was just thinking in my head, like, wow, this game is gonna suck.
That's
When
the same thing with the that Crisis demo.
Yeah, definitely. I seen Machinima. No disrespect to Machinima because I love those guys, but I seen those guys playing like Hutch and all them. They were playing the what do you call it? The new game that just came out, and I'm sitting there watching them. I'm like, man, this game looks horrible, because they were using like shotguns and all this stuff, and that's something that I wouldn't use. But I was watching them play, and I actually played the game, and I actually enjoyed it. It was pretty fun, man. Just don't look at other people's gameplay or videos and judge the game too quick. Always wait for it to come out.
Yeah, see, well, that's gonna be one of those things for Modern Warfare 3, and then I guess MLG's gonna look at that. But I honestly think, like if Modern Warfare 3 comes out, I guess MLG's gonna pit it because a lot of kids don't like Reach, for example. They prefer Halo 3 over Reach, but yeah, MLG still pits Reach because it's the newest one. So I'm just worried that since Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 will be the newest one, that they will actually take off Black Ops off the circuit and pit Modern Warfare 3, even if it's good or bad.
That'd be crazy though.
The only way they would do that though is if the makers of Modern Warfare 3 are actually working with MLG. If they're not working with MLG to make this game go on the circuit, then they're not going to do it. They'll stick with Black Ops until the next Treyarch game come out.
You wouldn't even be able to like keep up because they come out with a new Call of Duty like every year.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, even
You'd
if
be in the
they
middle of a circuit and like a new Call of Duty would come out, and then the next year they'd change out the game. They'd be like, oh, new game.
Yeah, but just make sure you guys aren't confused. What do you call it? Infinity Ward. They have never made any type of, they haven't even extended their arm to MLG to even try to make a LAN class or a LAN patch. So if there's no LAN patch, we're not going to see it on that circuit. We're going to be playing Black Ops until the next one comes out. So
Sucks. Even though like Robert Bowling did say when MW2 first came out, he posted on Twitter, he was like, yes, we are working with Sundance, we're trying to get MLG players and LAN, and he wound up lying to us because we never got that.
That's not the first time he lied either, man. He lied to us when he said he was going to fly us out there. Like after in the 08 Nationals when we won, this dude walks up to us and he's like, hi, I'm Robert Bowling. I'm here to talk to you guys about sending you to the Infinity Ward headquarters. And I'm like, what? He takes our information down, email. He's like, if you guys need anything, let me know. Take a picture with him, and he walks away. And it was like the last time we ever heard from him.
Like, if anything, now should be, his time to do it. Even with Raven Studios, them not having a good track record, MLG should at least talk to them and try to work something out.
Yeah, well, MLG's always on the ball, so I'm pretty sure they'll definitely.
What are your guys' thoughts on Crisis?
Crisis it has potential, but still needs work. Like for one thing, they gotta change that one-hit beatdown. Like that's just ridiculous. And like, other than that, it's pretty good. They just gotta work on it a little bit. There are some things that I like. For kill streaks, for example, you actually gotta like work for them. Like when you kill somebody, you actually gotta run over their body and pick up a chain. That chain or the dog tag. So, you actually like exposing yourself in the open, and you could like lose your chance to get your kill streak. So I guess that brings a new game, a new gameplay to the series. So it's pretty interesting.
My thing is for competitive play, you know, some of the perks that aren't allowed in Call of Duty. If they did have Crisis on the circuit for competitive play, you know, would you have kill streaks on that game? Would you be able to turn that off where you have to go pick up dog tags or whatever? Like, you know what I mean? Because I mean, they don't have certain perks on here.
Yeah, they definitely have to remove some stuff and add it and change it to appropriate levels. You know, you always want to create a very balanced gameplay. So
yeah. I think as far as the maps that I played, I don't know. I mean, I think the game is fun. I think the most entertaining thing about the game when I played it was the ability to jump and just climb over things.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think that's pretty sick. I like the cloak, and I like the you know, all the stuff that you can do in it. But as far as the guns and the shooting and the hit detection and the hit markers, I'm not sure if it's up to par with a game like Call of Duty or Halo or anything that would be on the MLG circuit. That's just my opinion, though. So I don't know.
Well, I feel like Crisis 2 is like one of those games where like you'll play for like a month and you get bored of it, or it's like one of those games where you could just play, like you're just playing this game until like the next game you really want comes out, and then you're done with Crisis 2.
It's like a substitute, kind of.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
I've never played it. I might need to play.
Yeah, I mean, you're not missing anything if you don't play it. I think they need to work on a lot of their guns. I think where these games nowadays are going wrong is they're focusing more on graphics and maps and not enough on the guns and the hit detection and, you know, all of that simple stuff that should be done first and perfected first. And one of my main points about that game is when I played it, all I did was get killed by a shotgun. I don't know about you guys, but I'd get shot from a shotgun 40 feet away and he would just kill me. And then plus you got that invisible cloak, so people just sit there invisible, and when you walk past them, you're done. So
yeah, it's like one hit beat down, you're dead.
Yeah.
So it's like, wow.
And it's a little laggy. I know it's a beta, but you know, Medal of Honor. Well, I really love Medal of Honor, and I think it has that Medal of Honor feel to it when you're shooting and running and the movement to it. I love Medal of Honor. I think that was cool, but that needs a lot of tweaks. And when I played the beta, it was laggy. So, I mean, I guess, you know, when Crisis does come out, I just hope it's not laggy online, you know.
Let's talk about that recent post on the forums there.
Oh
with one of your Team FeaR members shouting out.
The infamous GB online tournament section. Oh man, yeah. I want to talk to you guys a little bit about that and get some of your opinions. Recently, one of our girls posted in the Black Ops online tournament section, which used to be, you know, not just the Black Ops section, but, you know, Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare 2, and so on. The online tournament used to be respectful. You know, everybody used to just respect everybody on there, and you didn't really see much flaming. But, you know, nowadays it's totally different. And she went on there and she posted that, you know, the Team FeaR Girls Division are looking for one. And I could not believe my eyes. I could not believe how many people were just, I shouldn't say people, how many immature kids were in there just flaming her. You know, calling her fat, saying she's a nerd, she has no life. I couldn't believe it. And I just, you know, no self-respecting person would ever treat a female like that, whether it be on a video game or anywhere in life.
Shouldn't treat anyone like that.
No, you shouldn't treat anybody like that. That's absolutely correct. And the first thought that came across my mind when I saw that was, wow, you know, like, where are these kids' parents at? Seriously. This is ridiculous. But yeah, I went in there and I tried to back her up a little bit and took some of the heat off her, and it went towards me, and that wasn't pretty, you know. But I mean, anything you do with these kids, they just talk about your looks, your sex life, you know, or how old you are. It's just, you don't win. And I think one of my reasons for thinking why this community is the way it is because some of the top players are just like them. They act like them.
Clap your hands for that one.
Yeah,
yes, pretty much.
The newer top players.
The newer top players are so the kids that are, you know, getting their name out there and stuff. You know, when FeaR was just rising and getting their name out there, we were respectable to these kids. You know, we answered them. We didn't talk shit unless people talk shit to us. Shit talking is in games, guys. You know, that happens. So, you know, but I understand that. Envious, I'll give Envious a shout out too. They got a little motto, stay classy, you know, like they're definitely classy. And I think that's why Call of Duty 4 and, you know, halfway through Modern Warfare 2, the online tournament section was respectable. Because if you ever flamed anybody of our caliber, then the whole community would be like, yo, why are you doing that? You know, they're cool people. I played with them yesterday. You know, they helped me out. But now you have all these top teams. I'm not going to mention any names, although I'd like to, but I'm not going to. Like, you have these top teams that are out there. They're all immature kids, you know, and
running their mouth, thinking their shit don't stink, and they're the best thing to hit the online community since Jesus.
Exactly.
Yeah,
They go and win a little 360 icon tournament, and they think their shit don't stink, and then they get on the forums and they start talking shit to you. And it wasn't about scrims back then. It was about tournament placings and you know where you were going LAN wise. And now these kids win scrims against other teams, and they just take pictures of it.
They post up the pics.
It's getting out of hand, guys, and I'm gonna let these guys go ahead and talk. But my opinion is, you know, you guys need to grow the fuck up, because I know damn well, and I'm not trying to sound like Billy Badass, but I know damn well you kids would not come to me and say that to my face come this 2011 circuit. And the people who are doing it, I'm taking down your names. I promise you, I'm taking your. I got a little black book. I'm writing every one of your names down, and I expect to see every single one of you little faggots at this event.
Gonna get a fat lip.
Yeah, they're gonna get a fat lip. And I'm telling you, I'm serious, man.
You know, it is so true, so true. I just don't know what it is, and you know, in my videos, when I play any sort of competitive game, and when I'm talking to new players trying to get involved, my first thing is, you know, your common courtesy, your sportsmanship. It's got to be on top. You know, it's got to be number one focus. All these comments and feedback, it's got to stop. All these shoutouts and your team blasts, it's ridiculous. Like, you're not going to go to a LAN event, like you said, and say that shit. It just doesn't happen. And if it does happen, well, now you got some consequences.
There's consequences.
Well, it's sad because, like, you know, I won't name it who, but like one of the pro players, he'll talk shit online, and then come an event, he'll try to apologize and be cool everybody. So nothing will happen.
Exactly who you're talking about.
He doesn't want to get drunk and drove out to the middle of the field and left there.
It's sad. Like, in like the threads, like the FeaR thread, like one yesterday, just ruins competitive gaming. It shows you how childish, you know, the Call of Duty community scene really is, and it's sad. It really is.
I don't even bother with it anymore. Like, I don't even post on the forum. I think the last time I posted, it was like the first commentary I ever did on a video. And it was like the first one I did, I posted, and like the first, like all the comments in the forums were like, "You're a faggot." I'm just like, yo, I'm done here.
Yeah, that's
a similar experience. I just started playing competitive again in January, and I put together, you know, two guys who only play pubs, and then two older friends of mine that we've been playing together for a while. And, you know, we're not taking it super serious. Like, I ain't gonna be at frickin' Nationals right across from you guys, but, you know, we're trying to have some fun, produce some good content, and make some videos. You know, give people an opportunity to see the transition, you know, from pubs to competitive and what needs to change. So we go into a scrim and we play against some kids, and I automatically mute everybody in the room just because it gets a little out of hand. People start talking shit and I don't feel like it. I just want to play the game. Let's get in, let's get out, and yada yada yada. So this is our very first match ever playing with each other on competitive wise. We end up losing, and this kid goes to the forums, posts the video of us losing in a scrim, and a giant eruption of shit talking just went on and on and on and on and on. Horrible. It was just absolutely ridiculous. Number one, it's a scrim. If you can't be safe to do bad in a scrim where you're testing out your strats, playing new people, you know, what is this coming to?
I know.
That's sad, man. That's the Call of Duty community for you, and like I fear that it would never, you know, it would never be a good community. It would just be horrible the way it is now. You know, I guess like everybody's ego is just rising to the point where they would just talk shit to anybody.
Yeah, I mean, I was saying something when I was trying to shut those kids down for, you know, talking shit to Chelsea. You know, I've come to the conclusion that ever since halfway through Modern Warfare 2, I started to realize, is our community really bad, or is it just that small online tournament section of kids who will never ever travel to an event? So they're free of consequence. You know, that they're not going to get, you know, their ass kicked. They're not going to get anything, said to their face. So they're just super duper confident that they can just talk as much shit as they want. So I try to decipher: is our community really shitty, or is it just that online tournament section? Because I get a lot of love outside of that shitty ass community on Game Battles.
Yeah.
From everywhere around the world, Australia, Germany, Italy, wherever, even like the French Canadians love me, and I just, it's just, I don't understand, because like, that's where I started to draw my line. Is it really our community that's messed up, or is it just that little online tournament section?
No, I guess it's our community, because like, like once one person starts getting flame, and then another person be like, oh, why are you talking shit about him? You're bad. And then so on, it just goes bad. And even though like most of the time it's the same kids, but then you have like new kids that just come in there and just talk shit.
It's a good
and
point.
It just makes the community worse.
Yeah. It makes it okay for these random ass kids that nobody even knows about to just come in there and start talking shit to the players who are, respected. And if they see them do it, then it's okay for them.
Yes, that's why like I hope this game goes to this circuit for many reasons. One reason, all the kids that talk shit online, they're gonna see each other in person, and then what?
Yeah.
Or like
hopefully I'll be there and I'll be able to film that.
Yeah, it's gonna be funny. Or like another thing, film. Like if one team beats another team, they're gonna film it. Next thing is gonna be a GB. Be like, yo, kids, watch this kid just lose. Watch this team get smoked or get 2-0'd, and then the whole shit talking going like that. That's why it's going to be really interesting, coming events. I feel like there's always going to be problems, so there's nothing we can really do about it.
Well, I think another huge problem with our sportsmanship level on the Call of Duty online community is IP flooding. Like it's getting out of hand. It really is, and something's got to be done. Admin staff got to take. If you get like 10 complaints against one team, hey, I got IP flooded, chances are they are. So you just ban them, get rid of them.
I think these admins, I think GB
are corrupted. It's corrupted.
No, I mean, there's some good admins out there, but I think these admins don't
understand what IP flooding is.
Yeah, they don't understand because they don't play competitive. You know what I mean?
No,
they're not playing for the money. They've never been IP flood. So
then they should work for game battles. Then I think one of the requirements for game battles, if you want to be a ref or an admin, you need to have experience. And you need to know with every, you need to know what IP flooding is, of course.
Yeah. Essentially, I think game battles could solve their admin and staff problems with another simple position. A quality control manager or something to just do constant checks on the staff. Just randomly IM these people, ask questions. If they get it wrong, maybe they should send them back to the training sessions.
Yeah,
or, even for admins, start filing tickets and watch these admins and watch how they interact with the community and just see exactly what they're saying and what they're listening to, and then what they're eventually giving the win on.
Yeah, definitely. I think they definitely need to up their training. Schools or whatever they do.
Every time you hit up a ref about something, all they say, or an admin on, like, you hit them up on live support, their answer is always just submit a ticket.
When's live support on?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. I never really. They always tell me like, go to live support. I go to live support. That bitch says offline, and I'm like, well, that's offline. Submit a ticket. And then if you go to submit a ticket, GV's down. It's down.
I know. It's the worst. All you get is like GB down for maintenance. I'm like, and then you click refresh and it's working again.
Yeah, I seen somebody tweet. I don't know how long ago or who it was. I forget. But I remember the tweet. It was so funny. I think it might have been you, Ghost. You said like as much as no, it was Revan. That's who it was. He was like, as many times as GB goes down for maintenance, you would think it'd be the best website on this planet.
Yeah,
and, like, it's true. It's always down, and it's only down when you need it too. You got to report a match, it's down.
Yep.
It's just crazy.
Enough
of that. I wanna talk a little bit about FeaR. Because I'm a little biased of my team, and I want to talk about FeaR. For those of you who don't know, Team FeaR will be traveling to Los Angeles, and we will be playing in the GGL $13,000 tournament against the top 4 teams. Everything is paid for. It's all free. We don't got to pay for a thing. we get $200 like gift cards when we go out there, so to pay for like food, whatever we want to do, strippers, what I don't know, whatever. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm joking.
Like, come on.
Get some hookers and blow.
Yeah, get hookers and blow.
Get some hookers.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, but we're definitely gonna be out there, and we're gonna try and take that home. That will definitely be the biggest Call of Duty tournament for Black Ops yet until it starts hitting the circuit. Our roster going out there is Moho, Assassin, Revan, and Choppy. And we have some people coming. I think I'm bringing like my mom and my brother. I'm not really sure who's coming on their end. But yeah, we're going to be out there. It's going to be, I think they fly us out there on the 12th, and the event ends on the 13th, and we'll probably get home on the 14th. I'm going to bring my camera. I'm going to try and video blog that stuff for you guys, so you guys can come out there with us and see what it's like. I'm not sure where it's going to be held. Ego told me that they might be holding it at the House of Blues, but I've Google Earthed the House of Blues, and it's like a little crap shack. So I really don't know exactly where they're holding it. But yeah, what are you guys' thoughts on that? Like, are you guys excited? Are any of you guys heading out there?
I wish I could. Do they need a commentator? I'm always available.
That's, I think, that's a good question though. I was gonna ask Ego if they needed a commentator, but I'm pretty sure Ego might be doing his own thing with his own stream and stuff. But that's a good question. I'll definitely look into that, man. That'd be pretty sick to see you out there.
Ego's gonna be commentating.
I don't know.
I'll wear my toque. I'll wear my toque. I'll represent Canada.
There you go.
Ego's my dude and everything, but he does not have a commentator's voice.
Yeah, I don't think he's commentating. I think he's just going out there to do Ego, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, everybody puffy. Oh my god. Puffy.
Puffy, you are all pussy.
Puffy. So yeah, it's definitely gonna be fun. Ghost, you're not gonna make it out there?
No, I probably won't make it out. Try and save up, get ready for the first opener, and we head out there with you guys.
Sure.
So that's...
What about you, buddy? You're not going out there?
Nah, I ain't going. I didn't even play in that. I ain't no spectator.
Are you old enough to play in it?
Yeah, I didn't even get on a team.
Man, that's retarded.
Yeah.
Sucks.
You know, all those people talked about like how bullshit the website was, and I was just sitting there thinking like, man, I don't even want to deal with it.
Yeah, I mean, it's only worth it when you get out there. Trust me. You know, especially for Assassin and Revan, they put in mad work on that website, and you know they rub it in me and Choppy's face all the time. Like we didn't do shit when it comes to getting matches. But I told them I go on that website so bad I can't even load the page. I click on my profile and my Google. I've never had a problem with Google Chrome ever. I click on my profile, my Google Chrome shuts down and gives me like this big frowny face. I was just like, I thought I got a virus from GGL website. I was like, oh my god, I gotta get out of here.
Just how you failed.
Yeah, so we put in a lot of work for you guys out there. We didn't cheat. We didn't pull one sneaky maneuver at all.
What about those teams that were trying to fucking coordinate efforts to get you guys out of there?
Oh man, you know how we just got rid of AOX. That was our primary target. We wanted to get those guys out. I think it was what had happened was the reason that they played against us in losers bracket is because we had a WANFest match that was at the same exact time as a GGL match, and obviously GGL was more important, but we had 10 minutes after. We finished the WANFest match. We defeated Hysteria. We went straight into their room. They didn't invite us. It was 9:03. They took footage of it, okay? And when I say they, I think I'm talking about Team Murda. They will be out there also. But they basically sent footage to this corrupt guy, Don King, and Don King said that we're disqualified. And I told him about the rule, and I even showed him the rule, and he just bent his rules and just said, you know, you're forfeit. You go straight to losers bracket. So I think everything happens for a reason. We went to losers bracket. We played against AOX. I was smart enough to have my camera running, and I caught them in the act of lagging us out. I made it very clear that they were lagging us out, and I knew it was going to happen, and I even told Don King before we played them because they actually showed up late. So Don King kind of reversed his rule set, and he said that we couldn't disqualify them, even though it was like 9:15 when they showed up. So he was kind of being corrupt. So we ended up playing on the first map, shit on them so bad. They got so mad they started lagging me out. You guys can see that. That's on my YouTube channel. But yeah, we ended up knocking them out, and then the next team, we got Justice on this team, 6 feet under. And if you guys have ever heard of Sons of Justice, you guys got to go check him out. He actually made a video of.
Yeah, I had him on my dual com about it.
Yeah, definitely. I think I saw that, and he made a video describing exactly, what his experience was going into this GGL ladder and all these teams cheating and whatnot. So you guys should definitely go check him out. I think I'll put a description or a link to his YouTube in the description after this. So we ended up knocking 6 feet under out. That's 2 teams that tried to get us out. One team that made it past was Team Murda, but they're trash. I'm kind of glad they're going out there because I want to see these kids in person. These kids that talk shit and tried to get us disqualified and said that we would never make it. I think
see, this is a perfect example. All the kids talking shit online, and now they have no choice but to see you in person. So, I'm curious to see what they're gonna do.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what's gonna happen.
I'm definitely gonna be recording. I'm gonna have family members recording also, and everything that goes down. We plan on approaching these kids too with the video camera rolling. So you guys are definitely gonna see what happens in person. So.
I'm
The
surprised
Joey Morehouse cheaters experience rolling up with the camera team.
I'm gonna look like that guy from Cheaters.
No, that guy from How to Catch a Predator.
Yeah, How to Catch a Predator cameras. All
Are you talking shit? Tell us what you think about Moho now. That you meet him in person.
Hey, Moho. I can just imagine it.
You think I can get your autograph?
Hey, you're.
That's why I can't wait for the new season to start. Because, all the shit talkers online, they're gonna be forced to compete, or if they choose to compete, when you see them like, hey, I remember you. What you talking shit online? You said you were gonna punch me in the face and all that? I'm right here. Let's see you do it. And they're gonna be like, oh.
Oh no, man. Man, just the heat of the game, yo.
Oh, just the spur of the moment. I was just getting excited.
Yeah, you're gonna be like,
try to shake your hand.
Yeah, it's gonna be like,
sorry, bro. Sorry, bro.
Like,
yeah.
It's probably gonna be like, it's part of the game, man. It's part of shit talking. It's part of competitive gaming. Relax. I'm like, what?
I know it's a damn shame, but you know what? Things like I said, I believe in karma. Things happen for a reason. That's why Team FeaR is gonna be out in LA, motherfucker. So yeah, that's gonna be definitely. I mean, that's kind of like a pre-warm up for FeaR for the 2011 season. So
yeah, this is gonna be a really interesting team. So what do you guys think? All the top teams, all the top teams that are gonna go out to the new season, you think they're gonna be, the same placings, or it seems like new teams that are gonna be rising?
Or
I think
MLG?
there's gonna be a lot of
for MLG
roster changes.
Seems to be a lot of roster changes.
Yeah, I think, I think like a lot of the top teams, it's really hard to say who the top teams are right now. I mean, you can take your guesses and handpick who you like and who your favorites are, but I don't know. A lot of teams have a lot of problems when it comes to members wise. So they always break up is what I'm trying to say. So you really don't know until these teams actually travel. I mean, even when they travel, you still can't put your finger on a team because Sharp was on IXI. They won a national championship with Rambo and Big Timer and them, and they ended up breaking up right after the event. So it's a little.
That was obviously motivated by something completely different.
Yeah, definitely.
Yep. I don't know. I just feel it's kind of like the Halo problem where it's gonna be the same top 8 teams, even though there's roster changes, but the teams actually still get the same placings. So I feel like it's probably gonna be the same thing for Call of Duty. I could be wrong though. There could be that one amateur team that could just come out and surprise everybody. And get into top 8, get pro status.
It could happen, especially when you're dealing with the PS3, right? There's a whole group of people that have never really had a chance to shine before, so it could happen.
I mean, there's people on there that play PlayStation 3, religiously, and that's their console. They're comfortable over there. They're used to the frame rate lag. They're used to the registration. They're used to those controllers and the analog. We're not. We can still compete with them and actually defeat them, but. I think it's going to be a matter of. I think the top teams on PS3 are going to be a matter of who takes PS3 a lot more serious and actually kind of gives up Xbox.
Are you guys going to give up Xbox, or what's your plan?
Yeah, we're definitely, once the circuit comes around, we're definitely not going to be playing Xbox as much. I think we're mainly going to be using Xbox for
Netflix,
socializing, and just getting together and having fun with friends. I mean, because all of my friends play Xbox, they don't play PS3, so.
What headsets are you guys going to be running on PS3?
I use the Astros. I think that's the only one you can use. to be honest.
I believe everybody should get the Astros.
Yeah, Astros are definitely good. Yeah, definitely. You guys were talking about amateur teams. I have a question here from somebody. They sent me a question. He says he's a good player and he's a free agent. And I noticed, Sharp, you're not really on a team right now. Maybe you can give this kid some advice. You know, you're a free agent right now. What are you doing to try and find a team right now? Like, what is your, routine? What do you do to try and find a team after breaking away from Envy?
Usually, like, whenever I'm a free agent, which, I'm usually not. Yeah, I usually just kind of wait. I don't rush to get on a team. I just kind of wait, just wait.
See what your options are.
Like, wait for a team to break up or wait for them to drop somebody. And then, I'll swoop in.
There you go. What about the pressure? Being a free agent and all and waiting for, a player of your caliber definitely has to join a team that's, established already. And, like you said, they're going to have to drop a player. What do you do to make yourself comfortable enough to actually get in a scrim with these teams and, make yourself comfortable enough to make them want to drop that player they've been playing with?
You just kind of, I don't know, I guess you just kind of talk them into it.
You talk them into it?
It all comes down to, when you join those scrims, your persona that you bring in there, you're offering yourself, hey, you got to make sure that they know that you're looking for a team. Then you got to produce the numbers on the screen. Like, you can't go in there and rock even or even go neg. You can't do that if you're looking to get on a top team. And, a lot of people are looking to grab teams right now. And the recruiting forums is not the place.
Yeah, I'm glad you touched on that. That's true. Recruiting forums are, and believe me, you want to stay as far away as that recruiting section as possible, because the only thing that you're going to find over there is cheaters, shit talkers, and cheaters. That's it.
Hardcore team recruiting one.
Yeah, so if you guys are trying
remake.
Yeah, definitely. You're going to be remaking your teams 24/7, and it's just like you said, hardcore
one
team.
Remake, looking for one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, pretty much. On that same sort of topic, it also depends on what kind of player you are. Have you been in the community for a while, and what's your whole status? Like, if you're brand new to competitive, by all means, go hit up a recruiting forum, join the first team you can get on. Just get your feet wet. Get a handle on how competitive's played. But when you've been in the game so long and your name's out there, that you got totally different options to roll with. Especially being on scrim lists. Get in there, get active with teams that are participating. Hey, you guys missing one for a scrim? Well, let me jump in a pickup with you and let me show you what I can do, kind of thing.
Yeah, definitely. Speaking a little bit about this, I have a lot of people. We might as well get this, make this our last topic we talk about. People ask me all the time, what did you do to get in the competitive scene or get to where you are? And I'll start with me first, and everybody will just go around the table and start with Sharp after me, Ghost, and then Holiday Doc. What did I do to get where I'm at? I basically realized that we played a team. I forget what it was. It was back in like Rainbow Six, and they absolutely destroyed us. And I kind of got in my head like, you know what? I'd never want to get beat like that ever again. And
so you quit your job, dropped out of school, and
no, I
we all know Moho. You pull a T squared. It's okay.
Yeah, I pull a T squared. No. Stay in school, man. Dropping out of school is for fools. I don't want to.
Yeah.
Definitely finish school and stay away from drugs. Drugs are bad. They fry your brain. So definitely your reaction time. You don't want to be like Assassin.
Is this Above the Influence commercial or what?
Yeah. Assassin was that. He actually starred in one of those commercials. He was one of those guys that would be in a puppet. And in the back. No, I'm joking.
He can't hear you. He's high right now.
Yeah.
He's not moving.
He's high. He's not moving.
The blob sitting on the couch. And
yeah, he's all deflated and stuff.
All right, sorry. Go back to where you were.
Yeah, we get off. That's what we do in FeaR. We have fun. But anyway, yeah, basically took it a lot serious. One of your main goals when you're in that position, trying to come up and find a team. I think your best bet is to take the extra time that you have, like I did, and actually find players that are good or have a chance to get good and they are willing to learn and make a team and make sure that you guys are all on the same level when it comes to, I guess like make sure you guys are all on the same page. You know what I mean? I think that's what I did when I found Assassin and Choppy. And, we had a little roster changes back in Call of Duty 4. We had Punisher and then Pac-Man and stuff. But you definitely want to take the time and find people that are on your level when it comes to mentality and skill. So that's definitely what I did. Hard work and dedication and practice pays off. I think once you start playing with your teams and you start building chemistry and you start getting comfortable with players, because you're not always going to win. Losing was definitely an option for FeaR back in the day, and it still is, but it's that percentage of losing has just dropped tremendously. So once you start getting chemistry down and start playing with each other, I think you don't really necessarily need to, have that mentality where, I need to better myself, like it just basically relies on teamwork. So that's my advice that I would give to you guys. What about you, Sharp? Where did you start? I know you told me your tales back in Call of Duty 4, and I thought they were pretty funny. But
yeah, I started out playing S&D only on the GB team ladder. Yeah, I started out playing with.
Who were you playing with? Weren't you playing with friends from school? There we go.
And then from playing that I met Proof. If you guys know who Proof is I think he's on Optic now. But I played with him, and then me and him made a team, and then we started seeing like MLG. And, we when we first saw MLG, we're like, no Claymores allowed. We ain't playing that. Then we eventually got into playing that, and we met Modi. He's on Envy now. Just with that team, we always hit up FeaR and we scrimmed against them a lot. We scrimmed against Envy a lot. And when our team broke up, I guess like Moho saw potential in me and Modi. He picked us up.
Young grasshopper.
Yeah, that's really.
I saw the light in his eyes.
That's really where I got my start.
Sparkling eye. That's what it was.
see, right? Sharp's story is a perfect example how a regular team could be on a pro team. It could be even pros today. So for all the amateur teams out there, just don't give up. You could be top 8, could be on a pro team one day.
Another thing is, I don't think once I ever like hit up a team like FeaR or Envy. Like, hey, bro, just give me a shot.
Yeah.
I think like first, we played against them and we proved that we deserved a shot. We didn't like hit them up just asking for it, and then get turned down and say, oh, dude, you're a dick, bro.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up, Sharp. That's a point that I wanted to make in mine, but I never did. I never did that either. I never hit up a team and was like, please pick me up. I'm really good. Like, definitely, I'll encourage everybody out there, if you're trying to get on a top team, please don't hit them up and say that you're good. We don't know that. We play on a different competitive level of players that are on a whole new caliber of other players that you play against. So it's kind of different. Plus, there's whole new elements into it, like chemistry and just, working together teamwork wise and, rotations and whatnot, all those different things. So you can't just say you're a good player and expect to get on that team. Definitely has to take time. So I'm glad you brought that up, Sharp. What about you, Mr. Ghost? What are you doing right now? I think you're actually a free agent, aren't you? You're in FeaR, but you're actually like a free agent looking for a team for yourself.
Yeah, I'm looking for a team right now. Everybody can just hit me up online. You just run scrims here and there. I do have a tight schedule now because I'm going back to school and all that. But I should still manage, some scrims here and there. I am looking to get back into the competitive scene. My story started back in the Halo 2 days. I started playing with some friends. We started scrimming a lot of these good teams, a lot of these well-known teams actually, and we were actually getting them a good run for their money, And from there on, that just gave me the spark to go on with competitive gaming.
Nice. Short and sweet. I like it, Ghost. I like it. All right, we get a little drum roll, please. Holiday Doc. What about you, buddy?
Well, I think I got my first real taste for competitive at a local PS2 SOCOM 1 event.
Ooh.
And I was an angry teenager, and I lost. And I think I had that same sort of look at it from you, Moho, and I don't ever want to lose again.
Yeah.
And I don't ever want to lose in public because I got mad and that controller was victim. But And then everything just started on SOCOM for me, and I pushed my team, to the top of the ladder time and time again. And Call of Duty 4, I was kind of absent. I got sucked into World of Warcraft.
Warcraft.
Oh man.
Yeah, man, it was terrible. I never want to go back there again.
That game ruins everybody's lives.
It does. And but right at the end of COD 4, I was like, this is all right. And World at War came out, and that's where I really pushed it. And I don't know, I think it's kind of been history. I never got to the level that you guys pursued, just because family, time, job all got in the way, school. But I always wanted to be a part of it. Always wanted to stay competitive, even if it's just on a lower level, participating on the regular ladders. I'd love to partake in tournaments, but GB hates Canada, so.
Yeah, I want to touch on the subject. You said, you kind of had to deal with family, school, and whatnot. I get a lot of questions. How did you deal with, Call of Duty when you were in school or when you attend college? Like, the biggest piece of advice that I can give you is get that shit done as soon as possible. Do all your homework in school. Do it as soon as you get home. Get that shit out of the way. If you have projects, don't waste time. Don't wait to the last minute like I used to do back in high school. I used to wait to the last minute, play my clan match, and then just go straight to the stuff. I mean, yes. I mean, you probably still do it, Sharp, but you're a smart kid. You got a big head, and what's inside of that big head? You got a big brain. A big brain.
Yeah, but Sharp. Oh, Sharp. Well, if you do go to college, Sharp, it's going to be different. Obviously, college, you get, more work. You get more tasks, more projects you got to do. So that does take an effect on you. It had an effect on me in my first year of college. I used to play Call of Duty 4, nonstop, and I wouldn't do a project. Or I wouldn't study for a test. That was my biggest problem. I would never study for my test when I'm supposed to, because I would always be online, either custom, screaming, or having a good time. And then come test day, you just fuck up on the test, and then after that you realize you're like, damn, this is getting really hard. And and then your parents start complaining at you, and then the parents. That's when your parents.
Yeah, we've been there, we've done that, guys. So we can through all that. If you're young, if you're in your 14s, 15, 16, and try to. I mean, definitely. Let me tell you something. You know what kind of turns us off away from picking you guys up or even looking at you is when you come into our lobbies and you're just like, oh, I just killed that kid. Nuff salamander. Like, you gotta quit all that shit. When
GB lingo is the bane of my existence.
Please don't use that, guys. I'm telling you, you will never hear me say nuff said. You'll never see me do that. And unless I'm joking around, which I do a lot, but I never say that shit.
Get on my level. GG.
Yeah, GG. Nuff salad. Like, oh man, please don't. I don't care if you are the best player in the game and you are trying out for FeaR. If I hear that out of your mouth, I'm just gonna be like, okay, I'll mute you and be like, okay, look, Assassin, we can't deal with this guy.
Yeah, there's some new commentators talking, like GB commentators, and I listened to a couple of their videos, and it's like, yeah, we're just playing against these noobs, just dropping the D,
I hate
just dropping D's, running around. It's whatever, these bunch of Randys, it is what it is. We're just dropping D stains all over the place.
I hate that.
I wanted to reach through the fucking screen and strangle.
Yeah, and if I ever have a kid and he's ever a competitive gamer and he's starting using that shit, I'll bust the door down and beat his little ass. I'd be like, what the fuck? I don't ever want to hear you say that.
You'd be like, come on,
I'd be like,
Dad.
Who's the noob now? Who's the noob now? Who's your daddy? No. No, but definitely.
I was never understood it.
Yeah, I never understood it either. I mean, I hear some kids coming to my lobby, they're like, oh my god, it's FeaR Moho. I'm totally creaming my GB pants right now. Like, I don't know, man. I hear that and mute him.
Oh, that's
Nobody
the
talks
worst.
like that. Nobody talks like that in the real world.
Nobody should talk like that. That's just, I mean, I would love to find the kid who started that and just fucking strangle him. Just like,
yeah.
You know what the worst is? Like, when you play in a pub, kid goes, yo, kid, I have a higher GB rank than you, or no, I have a lower GB rank than you.
Oh,
so you're bad.
GB rank, that's a whole nother topic of interest. GB rank means nothing.
You know what else means nothing? Your Call of Duty stats. Oh, I hate that shit.
My KD is 1.65.
Yeah, I think mine's right along that too, but I'll still slap you in a match.
Man, your KD's negative, Moho.
Yeah, it is. That's because I play with you. Oh!
Oh.
Man, I got like a 2.
No, Sharp is a tryhard in pubs. I never seen anybody try so hard. I mean, he sweats. He's got a sweat towel.
You're
Around.
like, nigga, dry your face.
I seen him at the LAN. He was practicing pubs in a hotel, and he had a freaking sweat towel around his neck. I'm
You're
like,
right.
what's
Yeah, so,
You wearing one of those
I'm
sweatbands on your forehead too?
that? He went and bought the MLG sweatband and put it on. He had the armband too.
Oh no.
I'm joking. Sharp didn't do that, but Dodgers did. Dodgers had that. Ooh.
Oh man.
Yes, stay away from buying an MLG, sweatbands and stuff. I'll never pick you up for my team if I see you wearing
Yo, I want to see you show up in sweatpants, socks, gunner optics,
that.
the headband, and the armbands.
Yeah, the Gunners, man. I seen those, and every time I see people wear those, to me they look like Beatles. Like,
Oh man. The worst one I've ever seen. I think MLG took a picture of it. Someone had the MLG grills. I was like, oh
Grills?
my god. Yeah, they had the grills like in the teeth. And MLG took a picture of it and they put it on their site.
oh
I
yeah,
was
that
like-
black guy. I saw that.
Yeah. He had the MLG grill
as
like
long as
that.
he's black, that's okay. I don't.
I want to see Moho rocking some.
I bet you it was
I wanna see
probably
Moho
those
wearing some
guys
yoga
with
pants.
SOTG.
What do you want to see me rocking?
I want to see Moho rocking some yoga pants at the first event.
Yoga pants? What the hell are yoga pants? like spandex?
Yeah, those tights.
Oh my god!
You can tuck your MLG towel in the side of them.
Yeah, that's disgusting, yo. Like,
Oh, what the fuck?
what if I had like one of those wife beaters on too? Just wore like a wife beater with some yoga pants, with an MLG headband. Talk about, I'm ready, guys.
Oh
I'm
god.
ready to get this
They probably wouldn't let
going.
you come to the event. They turned away.
Yeah, this
Yeah,
is.
we got a dress code.
I'm not gonna lie, man. This has been one fun podcast. I think I'm gonna have a bunch of group people in our next podcast, and somebody I wanted to get into that. He's actually calling me right now, and I'm gonna get him in here. His name is FeaR Luffy, and
Oh man.
this was one of our first teammates, by the way. Back in Call of Duty 4, we actually defeated a bunch of top teams. Yo, Luffy, you there?
Yo,
Yeah, we're doing a podcast right now. We're recording. If you want to introduce yourself a little bit.
FeaR Luffy's best poker player in the world.
Yeah.
From
Luffy.
paintball, got my ass.
In a fish tank.
Just running around getting shot, dude. It was really bad. I couldn't see anything.
Hey Luffy, we were talking about a lot of stuff on this podcast. We're about to finish up. I figured I'd get you in here because I wanted to get you in here in the beginning, but we were talking about PS3, and I know you're a big PS3 player, and you played a lot of games like me, like back in the day. We just talked about ourselves and basically said how we got to where we are today, and tell everybody a little bit. How did you get to the level that you're at now? From playing all of these games.
Oh, life. That's my friend. No, okay, listen. It started when my brother got me SOCOM 1 for PlayStation.
Yes.
And I got so addicted to that game. I skipped school to play it all day.
Oh man.
I
Bad
basically
influence.
forget it, Luffy. Yeah, cut him out. Cut him.
we were just talking about
You
don't
don't
do it.
understand how
Don't
many
pull a
times
Luffy.
to play. Like, I skipped school, I ordered some poutine, that's fries and gravy in Quebec here, that's in Canada.
Oh my god.
I ordered food and played SOCOM, dude. I was like the best player in the world. Like, you heard my name. If you heard of Rock and SOCOM 1 and 2, like, or Centrios, I don't even remember my name. I was so good. Like, it was just, I was unbelievable. I was too good to stop.
I ain't never heard of you.
I ended up playing your teammates. Remember when I first got a PlayStation, then took it back because it was horrible?
Yeah, when you got confrontation with me, dude. You know how many people wanted to play with me? It was insane. Like, I got you on the best team right away.
I wish I would have still played it. That was a fun game. Yeah, so.
Definitely. I was playing it this morning. It's freaking insane.
Yeah, I might even go pick it up and play with you. Cause I got my PS3 now.
It's a fun game. Like, they got some crazy game types.
Yeah.
I was using Call of Duty skills in paintball today. Didn't work out though.
did you do the dolphin dive?
No, I didn't fall the fucking wall.
Did you drop shot?
She drop shot.
Did you call anybody a random scrub or a noob?
Yeah, I do. You don't even believe it. I'm like, oh man, these guys are fucking noobs. You got he was blindsiding me the whole time. I was using all Call of Duty terms. It was insane. We gotta rush. We gotta flank them.
Oh my
flank
god.
Oh man.
I don't use those terms. I have no clue what the hell you're talking about.
I was talking about SOCOM.
All right. Well, listen. We got to get going with this podcast. I'm not sure how long it is, but it's been fun. Definitely include some of these guys for the next podcast. You guys have any shout outs? Sharp, John, Josh, any of you guys?
Just want to give a shout out to all the viewers out there. Give a shout out to everybody in FeaR, and also check us out teamfearpro.net.
Hey guys, hopefully you're gonna see me as the next MLG commentator, and love all your support. Make sure you check out the channel, Fatal Error with an I, or just search Holiday Doc.
It'll be in the description box, by the way. Everything will be down there for you guys. So nice and neat. What about you, Sharp? You have any shout outs, buddy?
I just want to say that I need someone.
All right,
to make
that's it. We have enough time. This is I'll see. No, I'm joking. What's your
That's
shout
grimy.
What's your shout out, Sharp?
I just want to say that, if anyone out of the kindness of their hearts want to make me a video intro.
Oh yeah. Sharp is looking for somebody to make an intro for his montage. I'm being serious, by the way. He's making a montage. God help him. But he's looking for an intro. If you guys, any editors out there are wanting to get on Brandon Rogers, aka Sharp, an intro done, definitely hit him up or send me a message and I will direct you towards his path. Anybody else? Luffy, I don't even want to ask about your shout outs.
Alright, I'll give one. Yeah, well, if anyone plays League of Legends, I'll be glad to play with you for money. It doesn't matter.
Oh my god. Okay.
That's worse than World of Warcraft.
I know.
Yeah, he gets nerdy
I
with it.
bought a $1 character. I need to use him.
Alright, guys. This has been Moho, and we've loved staying here with you guys and talk, but we gotta go. Catch you guys later. Peace.